I'm digging the MR2, brother. Oh, how much? 14.5. I'll keep that in mind. I'll pass it along. Nice Miata, bro. I like your prep. You are ready to go. Morning. Cheers.
Mark will take you around, show you the intricacies of the course for today.
So, if you looked at the map, so the big trick is just, there's a gate up there with 3 cones on each side. It's making sure you go the right way through it each time. So you're basically going to make a figure 8 up here. And so just remember, go through that gate, to the right, to the left, and then up the middle. Right the first time, left the second time, up the middle the third time. So we're gonna make our way out of the start. I recommend that you come up to the start and angle yourself a little bit because you're gonna be going left, so don't come up here pointed to the right. So as you come to the start, get a little bit of an edge off to the left there. Look ahead to the left, head out to the start, and we're gonna make a circle around to the right. So look ahead. So I will probably repeat that phrase a number of times as you go around here. So look ahead to see where you're going. Don't look at the gate right in front of you. Look ahead at where you're going. So out, and we're gonna make a clockwise circle around here. So especially the first time through here, you're going to need to come around to the right. So you don't necessarily want to go straight for that gate. Come out a little bit, make it a bit of a curve and come around. So your first time through, as you're going through this gate, you want to have kind of curved around a little bit so that you can keep, and then look for the cone with the pointer. And I think I see at least a couple of new people. Maybe they've autocrossed for somewhere, but we got the cone up here, the one cone standing and the cone down on its side. So the one down on the side is called a pointer cone, and the fact that the cone is pointing you to go to the left. So, so as you're coming through that gate, be looking for this cone here, and you're gonna go around this cone to the left and keep making a circle. As you're coming up on this cone, be looking for the gate. So keep looking at least one step ahead. And once you know where this gate is and you know that you're headed for that gate, start looking for the triple gate again. Okay, so now on our second time through, you're going off to the left, and the gate is right ahead of you. The gate is right there in front of you as you're coming around. I have a standard stick shift car. I'm guessing that I will leave it in first gear for the first loop around, probably, and then I'll probably shift. I'm going to want to be in second gear. I'm not going to be able to keep it in first gear all the way around this next circle. So I'll probably shift as I straighten out, going through this gate here, shift into second, and then I won't touch my shifter again. But second time through, the gate is right in front of you, and you're going to do a bigger counterclockwise circle. And I use the word circle. It is not a perfect circle, so you will have to make adjustments as you go around. So as you walk around, look at where the radius decreases, where the radius increases. Look at the shape of the circle and keep that in mind. You got the time? Oh, you got it. Yeah. Oh, well, I'm mixing you up with I think you did. Did you? So as you come around here, the circle gets a little bit tighter, and as you come around here, there's kind of your first shot at a somewhat of a straightaway. So a place where you can get on the gas, get some speed up. So as you come around here and approach that straightaway, you want to be able to get on the gas as soon as possible. So you've potentially been able to carry a fair amount of speed around here, coming up to this point here. And it's not super abrupt, but you're gonna have to slow down to get around here to the left if you've carried a lot of speed up here. So this is gonna be, in my opinion, an example of a slow in, fast out. So if you come around here and carry the speed too far, then you're going to be late having to slow down to negotiate the turn, and you're going to lose out on the opportunity to go fast down that sort of straightaway. So think about, as you're coming around here, having to negotiate. And again, it may not be that big of a deal, but I think you're going to have to kind of slow down a bit here get it done a little bit earlier so you can get on the gas faster coming through here. So as you're coming around here and going through the triple gate for the last time, you should be able to be getting on the gas, building up speed, and you want to start that as soon as possible. So slow in and then get on the gas and come through. And again, as you come through the triple gate this time, you're going to look for there's going to be a gate that's going to show up right in front of you. So come through the triple gate, and the gate you need to go through will be in front of you, and you're going to go straight this time and head down the rest of the course. And you should be able to go pretty fast here if you want. Some people don't. Hard to get. So as you're coming up here, you need to look and pick up the gate off to the right. And it's offset some, but you should be able to, you should not really have to slow down to get to that gate. You can still carry a lot of speed toward that gate. Where do you need to look as you're approaching that gate? Then you need to start looking left. So I rode with Greg. I have not driven it yet. I assume you can still just keep carrying speed here. The first single cone with the pointer is probably going to be irrelevant. As you're coming through this gate, the only one that really matters, I think, in my opinion, is the last cone down there before that you have to go to the left of. So I think you can come through here pretty hot, and you know, you don't have to go. You don't have to be close. I guess you want to be kind of close, or you're making the course longer than it has to be. But you can carry the speed through here, and you just need to make sure you get back to the left of the second cone down there, and then have your car in control to go through the all those cones where the curbing is. Don't go through so hot, carrying so much speed that you lose it and go into the curb. Okay, so, but you should be able, I think you're going to be able to carry a fair amount of speed up here, and you just need to get to the left of that second cone. So we've got a lot of, we can get the second car off fast, but we've got a lot of drivers. I expect 6 if things go smooth. Maybe we'll do 7. Unless something goes wrong, we should be able to do 6.
Right, we put 7 into the world.
Put 7 out there.
Yeah, see how it feels.
Last
Don't make it 9.
we heard. We only had like 50 something people.
I was coaching last week. I was in one car. Yeah, jumped out and get back in line.
All right, those of you who have driven at this lot before know the drill with going through the curbing. So we always try when we lay out the course to make it safe for you and your car. But people do stupid shit now and then. So we're expecting you to be fast here, but we're expecting you to have the car under control to be able to go zip through there. If you come around this cone and you're losing it, come to a stop. You know, don't try to save it. So we have not been storing up prize money all year to give a big prize cash award at the end of the day today. So And if you've walked the course, you know there is a very hard left at the end of this, at the end of the channel going through the curbing there. So as you're going through there, where do you need to look? Look left, because that gate, the first gate after the channel here is not really that important. It's the gate that you can see off to the left is the one you need to be looking at, and that's what you need to judge your braking and slow down for. So should be going pretty fast here. Keep it nice and straight through there and under control. Get to the right of the channel and hard on the brakes for that left-hand turn. You're going to be downhill and off camber for that turn.
Yeah, we're so quick last week. I just got out of my car coaching in my car, putting the whole rolling. Yeah. For a while. I couldn't. I did twice. My kids no time. Yeah, close to being 7 runs at a time. Yeah. Because I don't know what car though. I'm like, you'll find something. Yeah.
I think this is fairly straightforward. I think it's fairly self-explanatory, so just pay attention to the pointer cones. Where you gotta go. It's just a little curve to the right, curve to the left. So coming into the corner back here, I believe we've got another example of kind of fast, slow in, fast out. So there's another big straightaway kind of beginning here. And you know, you could probably be going pretty fast up here into the corner. And it's a pretty tight right-hand turn. If you go around it carrying too much speed and then have to slow down late, you're again missing an opportunity to get on the gas and carry speed and get speed going back up the course. So, you know, come around here, slow down enough that you can keep it in tight, coming around there, and you want to get on the gas as soon as you can, heading back up the course. So if you're late getting on the gas, you didn't slow down enough through the turn. So I would keep that in mind, and let's go around to the right.
This is the guided
Well, probably the one there is probably the one
facing the right way.
Yeah, the thing is, most I was getting the answer. The wheels are starting to straight out.
right, so you should be going pretty fast up here and navigate that gate and then get on the throttle all the way.
Right.
You could very easily miss it, but now there's a bunch of corner cones.
All right, so you should be going pretty fast at this point. If you've been with us before, you know we like to slow you down before the finish. So you got to go a little bit to the left, but it lines up pretty easily. So what you need to worry about is the gate up ahead that's off to the right. So the gates where you're going kind of straight through, those are not the problem. So what you have to worry about is the one where you have to go to the right. So as you're coming up here, look for the gate off to the right. That's what you're going to have to judge your braking for. And we think you're going to have to slow down a fair amount to navigate that gate to the right. As you get through the gate to the right, come back around to the left and into the finish. We always expect you to come to a stop in the stop box. So, and it's a pretty long stop box, so that should not be a problem. So, zip up through here. You can carry speed, brake hard to go to the gate to the right, get back on it through the finish box, or through the finish timing, not through the finish box, but stay on it through the timing lights, and then come to a full stop. Should be all set. Anybody got any questions? And just look at the map again. Just memorize what you got to do at the beginning. There will probably be some people going off course. I have no sympathy for you. Study the map. Figure out what you got to do. You got to go to the right, do a circle, go to the left, do a circle, then come up the middle. So, so carry your speed through the finish. There you go.
You better not go off course now.
I know.
You said that.
Like we're all looking at your first run. I'm hoping that I screw up.
You're the one who goes straight when you should go right.
Thanks, Mark.
Yeah, thank you, Mark.
Your bike's up there. So. All right.
She's doing great. We're sending me more bolts than I need. So like somehow that makes up for it. So I'm going to take the bolts.
Well, in case that person miscounts again, they won't have a cushion.
At least they're following us, right?
Yeah.
And everything feels good. The one thing that I had thought about before too, they're a bigger diameter. So I have to put something Where's Mark?
How are you? I know.
Mark's on his way.
Mark Hovley, you're lost, aren't you?
Here he comes. He's very tall. Compared to me.
Yay, Mark.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Chesapeake PCA Autocross number 7. It's hard to believe it. We've made it through the entire season. This is the last race of the year. Everything's been dry. We've had only one race this year out of 9 events. We've had only one that had some rain. We had good weather today. Note that it's cool this morning. I'm emphasizing this because this is a very important safety point. Your tires are going to be cold when you start. You're not going to have as much grip as you'd like. So make sure you warm up your tires and be careful those first runs. I'm sure you'll get plenty of runs. I mean, I'd be very surprised if we didn't get 6 runs. I expect at least 6 runs out of this group today, because we'll be able to get cars on the course pretty quickly. So you have time to improve. You have time to warm up your tires. Make sure you get those tires warm before you get too frisky with them. Let me put it that way. I'm going to give you one little piece of news. That piece of news is that next season, this is good for some people and bad for some other people, but in the whole, I think it's good. Next season, I think we're going to be doing a lot of our racing at Ripken, not here at PGS. I have contracts coming to me from Ripken this coming week for 6 events out of the 9 that we normally do. And so if those contracts meet what we need to do, then we will be racing a lot of events at Ripken. So be aware when you look for us next year, and I'd like to think a lot of you will come back and race with us next season. We will be at Ripken for a lot of the next season. And possibly the year after that will be everything at Ripken. We'll see how it works out. I have some changes. Hang on just a sec. Forgive me, it's been a little hectic this morning. We had a number of no-shows. Caught me by surprise this morning. So I have some changes in work assignments, and I would like for Chris Leffler, Richard Pan to see me after the drivers' meeting, and I will tell you your new assignments. Is Chris Leffler, are you here? Chris Leffler, right there. You will be working Station 5 during Heat 3. Station 5 during Heat 3. Richard Pan, I saw you earlier, where are you? Richard Pan. There he is, Richard. You're going to be working Station 2 during Heat 1. Station 2 during Heat 1. And I think those are the only 2 changes that I have. The third one that I had, I already passed out, so we're good to go. With that, I'm going to pass you on to my Autocross co-chair, Mr. Mark Hubley, who did the course design today. And Mark will do the real drivers meeting. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, Greg.
All right, good morning. And FYI, the reason that the location is possibly going to change is because they're planning on doing construction at the stadium here, starting over the winter, which is going to affect the parking lot. So, anyways, all right. So let's hear it for Greg again one more time for all the work he's done in making all of this happen. All right. So everybody who is driving at this point should be registered and have gone through tech. If you have not, come to the trailer, talk to somebody at the trailer, get yourself registered, get your car tapped. Everybody, even if you are just a spectator, should have signed our waiver and gotten a wristband. So if you are not driving but are hanging out here with us, please do that. If you are wanting to hop some rides, if you're a spectator and want to hop some rides, we have our Taste of Autocross program for $5. You can get as many rides as you can and have fun riding with people. Again, if you're interested in that, see the trailer. If there are 2 people in a car for a run, one of them must be one of our instructors with the yellow band. So everybody who's got a yellow band is an instructor. Hold it up real quick.
Raise your arms.
So we got a bunch of people here who are Chesapeake Region instructors for Autocross. So if you want to take an instructor with you riding shotgun, we encourage you to do that. I've been doing this for 20-something years, and I still like to take people with me now and then to show me what I'm doing wrong. And then, likewise, you can ride with an instructor. But you cannot, if you are not an instructor, you cannot give a ride to somebody who is not an instructor. So you can't just take your friend for a ride. So if 2 people in a car, one of them has to have the yellow armband. No alcohol during the course of the event, no drugs, no firearms and no flying of drones. Okay, safety. Be safe in the grid. So we're gonna grid up 3 rows of cars over in the lot over there, heading towards the start. So that will be where the grid is. When you come out of finish, go straight back around the stadium and around and make your way back to the grid. That should become obvious as we do that. Be slow going around. So there are people walking around in the grid. There are people checking tires and doing other things. So just be careful, drive slowly, pay attention in the grid. When you put your car in the grid, if you get out of the car, set the brake or do something so that your car doesn't roll. Out on the course. So there are light posts, there is curbing, there are things that can do damage to a car. So be safe out on the course. We tried to do our best to design a course that will minimize risk, but there is risk driving a car around that lot. So be careful, as Greg said, especially if you're riding Heat 1 at the beginning and your tires are cold. Your car can slide really easily on cold tires, so pay attention. At every worker station, there is a red flag. During runs, when you're working at a station, one of the corner workers should be holding the red flag the entire time. Station captain should be holding the red flag the entire time. Unroll it so that it's not rolled up, but then grab it so it's not waving like it looks like you're flagging somebody, and hold it ready to go, but out of the way. If you see something dangerous where the traffic on the course needs to be brought to a stop, wave the red flag. Get the driver's attention without getting in danger, getting in front of the car. So there is a walking and path down at the bottom of the course. Sometimes people come walking out of that path onto the course. Sometimes people just drive onto the course. So pay attention for things like that. If a car spins, maybe give them a moment to see if they recover and get going. Be aware of where the cars on the course are. You don't necessarily need to red flag the course because a car spins, but if they don't quickly recover and you're concerned about a dangerous situation, red flag. So better to err on the side of safety. So let's see. Oh, and by the way, if one station waves a red flag, it should be immediately announced on the radio, red flag, shout red flag, and all the corner workers should wave the red flag and bring the entire course to a stop. There will be at least 2 cars on a course at a time. So once we get through the section up at the beginning here, we will release a second car. By the way, if you're shagging cones, we do not red flag the course or stop the course to fix a cone. So if you're a corner worker and somebody hits a cone, we want you to hustle, get the cone reset. Now, if a car is coming your way, don't run out in front of a car to fix a cone, but try to be mindful, try to set things up quickly. At the part of the course up at the top here, there are obviously sections of the course that a car is going to be going through multiple times. So if a car hits a cone in the triple gate on their first time through it, I recommend you probably just let that cone lie until the driver has gone through and off that part of the course. So be aware of where cars are on the course. Let's see. When I'm finished, Group 1 drivers, so as soon as we're finished with this meeting here, Group 1 drivers, get your cars, get up into the grid. As Greg said, we're pretty confident if things go well, we'll be able to get 6 runs. If people keep moving, things happen quickly, we might be able to get 7. Come to a complete stop in the stop box. We've got a pretty long stop box that should not be an issue, so come to a stop, and then the timing display will show your time. Look at your time. So come to a stop, look at your time, and then get out of the stop box. So do not use the stop box as a place to sit and think about how great your run was or talk to the person who's with you in the car. Get out because there's another car coming. Cones. So I think everybody's pretty familiar with this by now, but FYI, so only the standing cones count as marking the course and for penalties. So the cones that are laying on the ground as pointers, they do not count in terms of penalties. If a standing cone is knocked over, that is a penalty. So if a standing cone is knocked completely out of its box, that is a penalty. If a standing cone is moved but still remains in contact with part of the box, then it is not a penalty, but be aware, cones that get nudged still need to be reset. So there have been many times I have watched a car nudge a cone and the station workers don't notice it. So as a car is going through, watch the cones, look for cones getting nudged so that they can be reset for the next driver. There are instructions in the buckets for the corner workers. At each station, there's usually somebody who is experienced, maybe with somebody who's not. So experienced people use it as a teaching opportunity to help the people who are new. Instructors will be available for anybody who wants a ride along. So if you are gridding up and getting ready to take a run and you want an instructor to run with you, yell at the grid worker or shout to somebody. There should be, and we will probably have just a group of instructors sitting by the start who can go out on a run with you. The beginning of the course is kind of complicated. I knew it when I designed it that way. I'm hoping I'll figure it out, but don't be shy about taking an instructor with you if you're not quite sure what's going on. To the right, to the left, up the middle. That's the deal with the triple gate there. All right. So if you're running in heat one, you have anything else to say? If you're running in heat one, as soon as he's done, get to your car. If you're working in heat one, if you're out on the course, grab a yellow vest. And the sooner we all get set up, the sooner we can start running.
Station captains, you're responsible for grabbing your bucket and taking it to the station, also for grabbing a radio. Other than that, I think we're pretty much ready to go. Let's get course workers to the course. Heat one drivers to your cars, grid them up, and see if we can get it going. Thank you.
That's not mine. I wish that was mine.
Whatever it is has a cool car.
I hope that, man, I hope they know that. Man, you should see the turbo under the hood of this thing. It's like a dinner plate.
Oh, you have the coolest car.
Is this yours?
Yeah.
Coolest car here, man. I saw you on the roster list and I was like, oh, I can't wait to see you. Have a good run, man. Love the color combo, dude. That beige on the green is beautiful.
Thank you.
How long have you had? be careful right there.
Got +1 cone on car 87. 7, +1. Copy, 301 +1. One on the black car. 301 +1. off course. Car 186 off course. Copy 186 off course.
Car 301 off course.
301 off.
$209 plus 1.
209 plus 1.
Thank you.
Car 186 off course. Firm 186 off.
Six, 7, 7 plus 1.
Confirm 7 plus 1.
Sorry, I repeat, 677. Car number 677 plus 1.
677 plus 1. Station 4, 677 off course. 677 off. 87. Course, medical. It was car 87 plus 1. Confirmed 87 plus 1.
Car 208 off course.
Confirmed 208 off. Confirmed 208 off. Plus 1 on car 209. I'm 209 plus 1.
Car 64 plus 1. Car 64 plus 1.
1, car 64 confirmed. off, 186 off first. Confirm 186 off. Off course. Confirm 677 off. 64 plus 1. 820. 64 plus 1. Firm 64 plus 1. Cold. Course workers, bring your stuff in. Stack cones in your area, if you would, please. We'll go out and pick them up with the truck, but we'd appreciate if you stack them. Just bring all your stuff in. And thank you so much for your hard work. You did a great job today.
Station 1 saying thank you.